Hi everyone, welcome to Through the Veil TV. I'm your host, Psychic Cat. Tonight's show, we have Patrick Sozo. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Kat. Thank you so much for having me again here, and all the help from Raven and everybody. Technical difficulties happen, especially when you're dealing in the spiritual realm.
Well,
So
you look
that
great
means
now.
yeah, something really good. I'm getting angel bumps even right now. So
Yeah, looking good now. Hello to everyone out in Radio Land listening. And
right. Giovanna Thomas, hello, Giovanna.
hello,
Welcome.
Giovanna.
All right. So welcome. You can put over in the comments where you're at on this beautiful globe. That's always fun. My name is Patrick Sozo. We had a start to the video before, and it kind of went south on us, so we changed up cameras, and here we are. So I'm going to do one card readings for free, of course, and then if you would like to book a private session, you can do that through the link that's going across the screen. Make a payment, and we'll go from there. I'll do an in-depth reading. Exchange is fun, it's good, and I don't mind doing free stuff too, to kind of give you an idea of where it could go. I do pendulum, yes or no questions. Okay, that's these are all touchstones, right? They're all here to help me help you, and they're tools. And I also have a shafar I blow for sound therapy. You can go to my wellness healing modalities. It's Patrick Sozo on Facebook, and you can book a session. I'm going to talk about EFT and different. That's a neuro linguistic programming technique that you can do on your own, or I can. Hey, from Georgia. Hey, Jason. Let me know what's going on in Georgia. Uh, I look forward to someday going to Georgia. I want to go to like Tennessee and check out Memphis, that kind of stuff. Go around Nashville, Tennessee, and I've been to Norfolk, Virginia when I was laying carpet a long time ago. That's a lifetime ago. So definitely here to help do some soul coaching. That's what tarot, or I also have angelic cards that are more oracle. Hi, Maurique. Maurique, hopefully I said that right. Welcome. I'm doing one card for free. Give me a question in the comments. You can book private sessions for $17.77. I can do actually a full session for you right now. We can bring you on for free too. That's something else I offer. So if you want to come on live with me, I'll give you a free reading for doing that. Now listen, even though it's free reading, I really would appreciate if you guys go to my YouTube, Patrick Sozo on YouTube, and like the videos, subscribe, of course. I think I have a whole 16 subscribers because I don't like put a lot of time advertising myself when I'm doing these lives. So I have to remember to do that. So let's get some people, let's get some energy going here. South Africa. That is so cool. Welcome, Marik. Marik. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Oh my goodness. So, Lady Raven, okay, Giovanna. So, if you have any questions, the name is always a tongue twister. Marika, got rhythm. Jamaica, Marika. Gotcha. Thank you for that. That is beautiful. So yeah, if you want to come on live with me, I will give you a full reading there. And if you have some yes or no questions, do the pendulum. A lot of times once I feel your energy, I can just go, intuitive. I love these cards. These are my angelic oracle cards, and just has beautiful. This one talks about stillness, Sandolphin, and this is a sigil. That symbol right there, that's very powerful to meditate on. That's the sigils for Sandolphin. And a sigil is just a shape that represents a prayer or a power, energy. And a lot of times you can create, it helps a lot to write down like your specifics of a prayer, and you take out all the vowels, and then there's a process you go through to create your own sigil. You can also just use shapes, stuff that means. See, a sigil is something, when it's in the form of a prayer, is something that only you and God really know what means. And you can put that in a little locket or something to that effect for reminding you to think about it, because then your intentions get reminded. One card, I'm looking for what my work has in store in the future. Okay, Jason, let's take a look at that. This is for Jason. And Jason, where are you at? Did you say where you at? Georgia, that's right. Thank you, Jason. All right. All right, Jason. We're going to do a card to see what's in store for your career. I feel like there's some changes coming, actually. As I'm starting to key in a little bit on you, Jason. It seems like there's something on your heart. There's like a desire, intention. Getting a lot of angel bumps for you, Jason. So let's pull a card. So, Eight of Pentacles. So this is good. Productivity, skill, conscientious progress. That's go. Vocation, invention, growth, determined. Now, a lot of times, tarot does come with these words on there, right? It's kind of like to give you a starting point. To me, I key in off the words. I definitely get productivity and skill are highlighted. The conscientious progress. You're aware of some momentum, Jason. Okay, so go with the momentum. Go. Yeah, it talks about in Taoism the path of least resistance, right? And then you get into conscientious, but it's progress. So it's conscious progress. That really growth and determination really stick out to me too, Jason. So I really feel you have some momentum in a area, and I think you should lean into that. Okay, if that makes sense. Let me know what's going on. Julia, definitely on career. So I'll get to you here. I want to hear from Jason again. And Jason in Georgia. Georgia. Love me some Georgia. I used to sing that song when we do a lot of live shows. I also did something kind of funny. Awesome. Thank you. Definitely it helps. I hope so. Just go with where the momentum is. And that sounds cookie cutter or something, but that's what I feel. Follow your passion. It's something that you're already doing, that you're already aware of, that could be good. And bam, knock it out of the park, Jason, because you will, and you are going to. So that's good. I like that. All right, so here we go, Margaret. Thank you. Does the universe has a message for me? Jamaica Marika. Jamaica Marika from South Africa. I'm doing some cards for you right now. Doing a card for you. Again, if you want a full reading, $17.77. Usually they're $1,000. So it's a pretty good discount. It's 83% off just for you today. All right, for us, Marika and Jamaica, we got Seven of Swords. All right, so some secrecy, some need to keep things to yourself right now. Okay, Marika. All right, the need to keep things to yourself, the need possibly to move from the space you're in to someplace more safe. So the Seven of Swords is communication. Swords is intellectual in the tarot. Seven is completion. So you've come to some completion in your intellectual, in your thinking. And because you've come to that, you have to make some changes. So it talks about leaving, it talks about concealment, secrecy. So if you're moving, if that's something that's going on right now for you, and it seems to be the energy that needs to happen, at least out of the recent past, even that energy. So you just move with it, right? So take that and don't tell anybody about what you're doing. You know what I mean? At least don't tell anybody that you know you can't trust. Any strangers, just keep it in your inner circle. All right? So let me know if that helps. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, right? So do that, and you'll be all right. If you want more, let me know. It's 87% off. So normally it's $1,000. I may get a reading, Julia. Yes, on career, please, and thank you. I appreciate that. Please go to my YouTube, Marika, Jamaica Marika. I'm just not getting that name. And subscribe there, please. And Julia, Jason, if you could do that, I would greatly appreciate it. And that way, turn on the subscription and notifications, let you know when I'm going live. And I always do free readings when I'm live. So we have a question here from Julia. Yes, career. Julia, and there we go. All right, let's see what's up for Julia. 3 of Wands. Oh, Julia, you should be a little excited. Maybe even really excited. I don't know. I could get a little bit more. Okay, anyway. So 3 of Wands, really cool card. All right, Julia. For your career, you're going to get really creative. You're going to get some divine ideas, some God-given ideas, some spirit-given ideas. There's a journey, perspective. Like I said, there's these keywords. Progress, definitely progress stands out. Your perception of what's going on, how to evaluate the workflow and what you're doing. And there's definitely progress, advantage, and confidence. That's an excellent card. Okay, huh? So you have some very creative ideas coming to you, has come to you, will continue to come to you. There will be progress in your career, positive progress, perspective, always try to get out of the box, right? There's a normal and standard way of doing things. And I think you can kind of see beyond that. So lean into that superpower. That's a superpower you got. All right, Julia, let me know how that helps. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Very good. Yeah, we're going to post the link to YouTube over in discussions. Could I get, yes, absolutely, Jennifer. Let me know a question of some form or shape and manner. And if you would like an in-depth reading, more than a card, it is $17.77. Normally, I charge $1,000 for my readings. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. To be like a childlike. I want to talk about self-love today too, while I'm working on people. So right now I'm doing cards for Julia. Oh, you put on that is 100. Could you post Julia's, please, real quick, your response, and then I'm going to be reading for Jennifer. All right, good. I'm glad, Julia. You go get it. You get it because you're getting it. There's some really good energy there. All right, if we could post Jennifer's question, self-love. Yes, self-love. So self-love. A lot of people are looking for romance these days, and my computer. Sorry about that. Yet they're harboring. You may be harboring all this negative stuff towards yourself, and you want someone else to feel good about you when you don't even feel good about you, and then it just stays in this circle, right? These cycles when you don't love yourself, when there's unforgiveness towards yourself. How can you forgive? A lot of times you say, well, I forgive such and such for this. And yet you kind of blame yourself for the relationship, right? For even going there, even if it's just a friendship or business partner, love. Okay, so Jennifer, I'm pulling a card. I want to do one more shuffle for you. All right. Knight of Swords. So someone masculine in communication. Swords is communication or intellectual. This could be a teacher. They're logical, outspoken, direct, incisive. So yeah, there's an energy, a masculine energy that's around you right now that you need to trust and, go off the fruit, right? So Knight of Swords, that could be in love, that could be in business. Um, Maybe getting that father's blessing, Jennifer. I kind of feel like I do a blessings, right? My wife does mother, the Shekinah presence. I do the fatherly blessings. I don't know if that. I kind of feel like it has something to do with with a male energy that's very logical and outspoken. They're not afraid to tell you, the way it is because they're direct. So let me know what that means to you, Jennifer. Okay, you know what that Knight of Swords. I'll show you the card here. This is for Jennifer, and this is a personality within your life that's logical, outspoken, direct, and incisive. And let me know how that resonates with you, Jennifer. All right. Again, make sure you let me know where you're at in this beautiful world. Coming to you from Arizona in the middle of the desert. Sometimes desert makes me think of dessert, and then I get hungry, and then I eat chocolate. But I'm good, right? If it's dark chocolate, it's actually healthy. Isn't like cocoa like healthy? So it's like I'm actually taking vitamins when I eat the chocolate. And energy from the other. Oh no, I'm not medium. I'm talking about someone that's in your circle of influence, and if they're not there now, they will be very soon. Okay, Jennifer. So yeah, I'm not speaking of a presence. My wife does mediumship, and you can definitely talk to her about that kind of stuff. But as far as the tarot card, I really feel like this has something to do with the masculine energy around you. Okay. Uh, Let me know a little bit more. And we have any more questions? Questions? Oh, you're welcome. Again, that's just take that as a confirmation of that masculine energy. Um, but always look at the fruit, right? The fruit does not lie. When I say fruit, fruit are actions, words, and deeds, right? So a plum tree will not bear apples. Lemon tree will not bear plums, right? So a fruit is what it is, And so talking about self-love, it's written that perfect love casts out all fear. Perfect love. So what is perfect love? The ability to love without judgment or conditions, right? Without gain or benefit, right? Love is not jealous, does not envy, does not boast. All those things come from the New Testament and such too. I'm estranged from my daughter now. Well, there's a masculine energy going on that's going to bring some insight, maybe some balance. They're definitely, like I said, they're logical and outspoken. So they're there to bring a positive influence to your life. I can tell you that much. Gatorade. All right. Well, I'm very sorry you're estranged from your daughter. That's not fun, and we deal with that in some of our family too, or one of our children. And that hurts. It causes a lot of pain. So you just need to forgive your daughter and whatever is on your side, and just say, "I forgive," and release that, right? And just start feeling into being reunited. Being reunited, if I could talk. All right, Jennifer. So we have any more questions? So self-love, you can forgive yourself. Just say, I forgive myself for all the mistakes I've made. And I release myself. I have those lessons I've learned. And I just want those all to be for my highest good. And there's a technique in hypnotherapy called anchoring. Okay. And anchoring, you need to anchor yourself in peace. And with the idea of self-love, there's all kinds of positive affirmations on YouTube, videos with beautiful music that have positive affirmations. I even dare you to go up to a mirror and just say, listen, I love you. I forgive you. I know we are trying, right? Into a mirror and just call your spirit forward, your highest self, and bless yourself, right? So many lessons, yes. And that's what it's about, It's not if things will come that trouble us, it's when, it's just part of this human experience. You're a spiritual person having a human experience. You're not a human having a spiritual experience, but hopefully you will have a spiritual. Yes, mirror work. That's profound. Especially when you just direct it toward yourself. I'm not even talking about like when there's ways of looking. There is mirror work, and very powerful stuff. I don't tend to go down that road. I have enough modalities that I do right now that I need to pay attention. But that's something definitely that you can do a lot of stuff with mirror work. You can look at past lives and all kinds of stuff with that. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate love much back to you. Um, so that it's really important that you get on top, and especially if you're stuck in cycles, like you can't seem to keep a relationship, maybe, or maybe it's a job, or maybe it's finances. Like just have a hard time. Well, start doing that shadow work. That's what shadow work is, right? It's looking at your dark side, those things that get in our way. Maybe it's habits, habituations, maybe your OCD about, and some of those things can be a superpower, and which is kind of cool. So, you are beautifully and wonderfully created, and you should love yourself because there's no one else like you. And even if you're not getting, you're not getting the acknowledgement from the people you're around, give yourself acknowledgement, right? And then find some new people to get around. Yes. So we're good. Congratulations, Jennifer. That's a beautiful thing, beautiful to get on top of those type of negative. It's some people can drink, they're fine, right? Because they don't have the ab reactions. They're not drinking to cover wounds. They're just drinking to have fun. And but some people, once we start drinking, right, it can trigger other subconscious, emotional things that we normally keep out of the way. We have our boundaries, and when you drink and those boundaries go away, and all of a sudden nobody has to guess what you're thinking. So sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes we need to do that sober. So and to be honest and acknowledge yourself, and how, yeah, covering trauma. Yes, covering trauma. It is a way of self-medicating. Drugs in general, and breathing can be very effective. Okay, incremental breathing is something that I highly recommend to a lot of the people I talk to. And that's taking a breath in at a certain count, like let's say 4 to 8 seconds. And so you do, let's say you start out with 4 seconds breathing in, hold it for 4 seconds, let it out for 4 seconds, leave it out for 4 seconds, and then bring it back in for 4 seconds. And that's, so it's going to start relaxing your parasympathetic nervous system. Most of us are in a state of fight or flight most of the time. Things we watch, music we listen to, YouTube's, the news, the vid, and all those different things going down right now, and subconsciously, we are in a state of fight or flight. Should we run? What should we do? And you're not breathing deep enough. We're breathing shallow, and so when you do deep breathing techniques, it eases your body's pH. All right, it helps release endorphins. And so you start out with 4 seconds, you work yourself up within a few minutes. Very good, Jennifer. Yeah, that's excellent exercise. And burning those calories, that's one thing I need to be doing. But so anyway, it settles your parasympathetic nervous system. So work your way up to 8 seconds. I do recommend doing it for at least 10 minutes. And then you can do it up to a half an hour. It's going to bliss you out. So if you want to feel relaxed, give your body the tools to do it, and incremental breathing is very powerful for that. It also, if you count, it helps you. it helps you focus. That's what hypnotherapy is. It's bringing someone's focus to a finite point, which causes you to relax. It doesn't cause duress when you focus on one thing and you're focusing on your counting, on your breathing, and that's all you're thinking about. You can't really think about what you need to buy at the store, or did you forget to turn the oven off or whatever, right? You can get out of that, those whatever vibration. It'll just break that vibrational entrainment, and you create your own space. Yes. Oh yeah, you ran. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, running from conflict. I mean, listen, I don't like conflict. I don't like those kind of things, but unfortunately, and it's necessary sometimes. Pain can isolate or it can motivate, right? And what is it doing to you? Is it isolating you or is it motivating you? And if it's motivating you, then it's motivating you to learn about different things that'll help your body and your spirit and your soul. Um, Incremental breathing, you combine that with some visualization of lights, and those kind of things will help open your third eye, right? And now that's cool. Yeah, a lot of dream stuff been coming up lately. Yeah, so you got to not isolate, you got to motivate. uh, do some research on the vagus nerve, okay, Jennifer? And you can combine Om and these type of that makes you vibrate, like you can hold your ears kind of shut. And kind of hold it there where you feel it. There's a nerve that runs through your whole body called the vagus nerve, and when you stimulate that, because your vocal cords are right next to it, because the vagus nerve is coming around your neck from your spine, and when you start tickling that, and giving it a vibration, it relaxes you, right? And it puts you in a state of healing and rest. So we have fight or flight, that most, especially if you're running from trauma. um, you have that fight or flight constantly going in you, and you're constantly, your body, your adrenal glands and everything. And that's why we get so exhausted, you know. Um, so give yourself a break. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. Just take, like I said, take 10 minutes and see what happens. As far as dreams go and such, a lot of people been talking a lot about dreams. There's a lot of synchronicity coming in, and so just tell yourself before you go to bed, either have a phone app on for recording, not recording you while you're sleeping, but ready so you can hit record when you wake up, or a pen or pencil and a little pad, and just before you go to sleep, say, I want to remember my dreams, because there's a lot of subconscious and unconscious communications going on. And even if you don't remember your dreams now, you are dreaming, you just don't remember. And you need to anchor yourself in the thought and the idea that you can remember your dreams, because dreams could be divine too. Dreams come from divine nature, angels, God, however you want to think of that. They can come from loved ones. They can come from just eating the wrong food and put yourself in a real acidic state, and you have these crazy dreams because you're not eating right. That can be a part of it too. So anyway, 1777, you get a full reading, or you can come on live with me. Yes, dream big, right? And hold the idea, the feeling. If you've ever had any success in your life, remember that and anchor yourself in the feeling of adulation and like, haha, right? You find that, and in your prayer, and remember that in your body. Let your body remember what it's like to win, to succeed, a moment of good luck. Remember that. Anchor yourself. Find something that you're familiar. Anchor yourself, and then you'll be in a much higher state of vibration, so that instead of everything affecting you in your immediate area, because you have a heart field. Okay, listen, we all have a field. It stretches sometimes 30 to 50 feet outside of us, and anything that comes into that field, be it seen or unseen, can have a positive or negative effect on your being and your mentality, your perception, the way you perceive things. All right. So I hope this is helping, I hope it is. Yeah, big-hearted people have a lot of tend to have a lot more physical problems and emotional problems if they haven't learned to clear their heart space. Now, emotional freedom tapping will do this too, and it's an NLP technique, and I do those sessions. You can go on to my Facebook and book a session, and we'll do a session like that. Let's say half an hour is about $60. But wow, it is life changing. And bottom line is, you won't need my help after that. You'll be able to do your own work, um, yourself. I mean, that's the point. Listen, you're a God, you're a king and a priest, or queen and a priest. That's who we are. And everything in this expression of life is coming against that idea. A lot of the times, not all the time. A lot of time, the momentum is against us. But guess what? We can change that momentum, right? Man, there's so many different tools out there. The NLP, the EFT, emotional freedom tapping, will help change your emotional vibration, will help love yourself in a deeper way, right? And reward yourself. Don't be afraid to reward yourself for doing good, right? That keeps that vibration. Don't be afraid to give, right? To give into your situation, like you're in need, and so maybe you give something, your time, your energy, your last $5, whatever. And let me tell you, it shoves that pendulum in life. It's a hermetic principle. The symbol of Thoth here on that I'm wearing is it's just a beautiful. It's also really a symbol of the third eye, and comes really at the beginning of Egypt. All things occult came through hermetic principles. You got the seven laws, and oh, very nice. So EFT, definitely Google that. That would really help those youth. My sister is a PhD psychologist. She uses this for acute situations, people dealing with alcoholism, drug abuse, suicidal thoughts, depression, emotional freedom tapping, and you can empower yourself, learn how to do it, and sitting down with one of those youth for 10 minutes. We're not talking about something you need to do, you tap right now. Good, very good. So it works. That's why I talk about it. I want to tool you up. The incremental breathing works. Otherwise, I wouldn't tell you. Sound therapy. Rife technology, rifing. There's YouTube on right where you wear some headphones. Different tones affect different organs. All that is real. Absolutely real. It's not just metaphysical or spiritual airy fairy stuff. It's scientifically documented. All right. The physiological response of the body through the conscious application of your mind, right? Mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. That isn't what it means, but that is the basic essence of that, right? So mind over matter, and we can bring healing in our own lives through our own thoughts. Some of us are so stuck in critical thinking towards ourselves, and even one. Okay, twin flames. Let's talk about that a little bit. That's what twin flames all about. One person's soul and another person's soul being attracted to each other because of the lessons you're going to learn, not because of. See, soulmates all about love, 50-50, give and receive, and soulmates are just you just feel at home. Soulmates, you will feel at home for a little bit. And there'll be just that mad attraction and mad magnetism, just it just feels so good, and wow, we just so alike. And then all of a sudden stuff will start happening through the other person that you don't like at all, yet you do the same thing and you don't even realize it. So that's a twin flame relationship. It's to bring out that flame. The fire brings out a refining for your soul. And it's like, man, but so twin flame relationships, a lot of people, I want my twin flame. You better do some more research on that. But yeah, you do if you want to go higher spiritually, really, um, because it will help you to address your ego. It will make you look at your ego. Yeah, I'm with my soulmate. I'm blessed, going on 33 years. And again, scrolling across the bottom, I believe it talks about Tony the Global Healer. She does mediumship. She's a very powerful healer. Kat was healed twice. There's a young man in Australia that came out of a coma, and is totally restored. And there's a lady with MS that came out of a wheelchair, still out of a wheelchair, has her own business in New York that Tony's ministered to. Um, you know, we like to have fun, and we like to give people tools that they can apply in their life in a day-to-day way, right? Oh, right. Yeah, I've done that Course in Miracles. We actually had a healing rooms for like 3 years in Alaska. And wow, I've had legs pop out in my hands that they came in. This lady came in with she had one side that was almost 4 inches, probably about 3.5 inches. And we had a hot seat in what we called our war room. It's the prayer place that we were doing. And she sat down, and I ain't got the faith for that. I mean, come on, that's huge difference. And yet I'm in front of the person on my knees, and because I was going to lift her feet up. That's what I did for all people. I've seen, inch up to an inch by this point, maybe an inch and a half one time, right? But I tell you what, when I raised her feet up towards me, her legs shot out an inch past her long leg. I just about lost it. I mean, it totally took my breath away. It just happened right in front of my eyes. I actually felt it before I seen it, because her back of her feet, her Achilles tendon or whatever, were in my hands, right? And I'm raising the legs up towards me, and literally feel her legs shoot out. Of course, she doesn't feel nothing or even know what's going on. I kid you not. She just sees this almost panicked look on my face. So let me tell you what I'm thinking at that moment. I'm like, God, she doesn't have a medical shoe for that side. Right? I mean, I'm freaking out, and I lower her legs right away. And I'm thinking, okay, God, do what you got to either shorten this one back. I'm not trying to control it, but I'm freaking out inside. But I'm also just totally blown away. And I raised her legs up again, and her now short leg came out an inch to match the one that was just 3.5 inches. So it literally popped out 4.5 inches. The lady left an inch taller, carrying her shoes because she couldn't wear them anymore, because the one side had a heel of that side. That's just crazy. And a lot of fun, man. Lots of stuff like that. Lots of emotional healing. When the perfect love gets into your anxieties, right? If you allow perfect love and understanding, ask for understanding, ask for those things from your highest self. Listen, your highest self is in the place of kings, right? I mean, you're there. And then you have your soul, which is your mind and your conscious and subconscious, unconscious, and then you have your physical self, that manifestation. But you are completely spiritual, more than you are physical. But it's hard to understand that where we're at, because we're feeling it. We're talking, everything's happening. It's cold, it's hot. I don't feel good. I feel great, right? It's all about feelings, allowing that. Yeah. Thank you, God. All right. So, do we have any more questions or anything going on? I haven't been yeah, abusive father. So you forgive him. And that's why you need a father's blessing. So just look at the camera. I'm just going to do this. It seems kind of hokey. Okay. I'm going to lean in a little bit for you, Jennifer. I just want you to look. And I'm going to look in. I'm not going to look at I'm looking at the screen right now, but I'm going to look at the camera, and I'm going to call your spirit forward and bless you with a father's blessing. Okay, Jennifer? Because you need that. You got a bad impression of what a father is. And let me tell you, a real father will die for you. A real father will take a beating for you. A real father will sacrifice everything they got for your happiness. So I call your spirit forward, Jennifer. And I like to use Jesus. I call your spirit forward in Jesus' name. And I bless you, because you are a beautiful and loving and kind soul, in spite of what your father had done to you or anybody else. And I bless you with a Father's love, a Father's blessing, that you be blessed coming in, going out, everything you put your hands to and everything you commit to in your heart, that you find your passion, your fulfillment, and love, that you would feel and experience perfect love. I bless you, Jennifer. All right. Let me know how you felt about that. And, you know, that's going to give you a peace back, Jennifer, that you never had before. You're welcome. And it's real. And, we are designed, right? Divinely designed emotionally to, and for whatever reason, you signed up for that experience. I know my wife had you wouldn't even want to make a movie out of it. It was so bad. And she's a beautiful, powerful soul now, and was then too, which is why that happened, which is why it happened to you. It was trying to snuff out your divine femininity, right? It was trying to take away your power, but I give it back to you, and sevenfold. Okay, Jennifer? And that goes for anybody watching. Some of us just missed out. We didn't have a balance in the masculine and feminine in our relationships as children. And we had one or the other, or just a bad example of what that was. And I want to just anchor yourself in how good it can be, because it's meant to be good, you know? So, all right. So, is there any more questions here? If you're just tuning in, my name is Patrick Sozo. I'm, I'm something. I'm getting blasted, Denver. There's something, and anybody else watching right now, there's definitely some healing energy flowing. Healing energy. And this is my pendulum. You can do yes or no questions. Uh, Normally, I do readings for $1,000, so we're only charging 1777 today. It didn't make you feel good that, even though it's just a joke, I would never charge 1,000. But it's not even about the money. But what happens is the money creates an energy exchange. That's all, And we can have energy exchange right now just by going and doing something that would really bless me, like going to my YouTube. There's a link in the comments, and subscribing, liking some of the videos in there. There's lots of teachings and lives from other platforms, and that's an energy exchange, just as valuable as money. When they use 1777 on here for the value of the number seven, it's a holy number, a number of completion. Um, so if you want a reading, and plus you can come on live with me for free, or if you just want a card, and just let me know in the the comment box, if you have a question, and I will pull a card for you. So, and we were talking about self-love and talking about the value of a father's blessing. I don't have an iTunes. That would be good. The YouTube definitely, and my Facebook and YouTube. Just when you subscribe, hit notifications. It'll let you know when I go live, and I'm going live more and more all the time. And oh, and Instagram too, which I hardly ever. I need to start going live on Instagram too. So I'm just trying to reach as many people. A lot of people and get stuck on the money side of things. But a lot of people go to the doctors, be it psychologists or medical doctor, and they don't get anything. You just get in the door for $350. You don't seem to have a problem with that because it's something you feel you need to do. But yeah, you can get just as much value, if not more, out of a personal reading, from me or other practitioners. You might have some attachments you're not even understanding or acknowledging that come forth, and then all of a sudden your whole life, the vibration of your life, gets let go. Like, oh, now I can vibrate, right? And things start happening, changes your momentum. One word can change everything. One word. Shalom, Memhe Shin, They said, I don't mean those literally in that sense, but those words are pregnant with healing. Jehovah Rapha, the Lord God who heals. These kinds of words and sayings. Om is very powerful. Om Sozo. Sozo is Greek for salvation, healing, deliverance, wholeness, prosperity. You know what I'm saying? That's why I use it. Om Sozo. And any place, if you do any studying of the Bible, for example, that's the word. Every place they talk about healing, every place they talk about being born again, every place they talk about being delivered from demons, that's the word, sozo. Um, so it's powerful. One word can change your life. Using a vision board, I highly recommend and suggest that you create a vision board for your life. And you start, put down there if you want a different place to live, put down your dream house, your dream car, your dream dress, your dream ring, whatever you're looking for, right? If it's relationship you're looking for, then put down the personality traits, write them in, feel it, anchor yourself in how it feels to be in passionate love. All right. And fake it till you make it. All right. But a vision board can be a powerful tool for you. I use that in my life coaching sessions with people. Um, Praying, we have not because we ask not, right? And to have intention, to set your intentions for the day. Every day, what are your intentions? Are you just like, oh God, not another day? Stop that. Stop it. Find some music to get you going. Change the vibration, change the idea about who you are, anchor yourself in wholeness, goodness. Become a blessing machine. Buy some coffee for the person behind you, or you know give someone a kind word. Hey, I love that shirt, looks good on you. You know what I mean? Oh, you have such pretty eyes. Now some people might take that the wrong way, so you got to use wisdom, right? You don't want to be unintentionally leading someone on who are starving for love, and they feel like if you give them a kind word, since nobody else does, you surely must love them with a very strong passion, right? And even though you may love them with a strong passion, but it's not the kind of passion they're hoping for, right? The computer might think he's kicking up on me. I'm sorry. All right. So looking over, you can find Through the Veil. Oh, very good. Yes, you can find this Through the Veil. My apologies. Technology. Yeah, I'm getting on it slowly but surely. Yeah, I'm over a half century old, so I have 3 children and 9 grandbabies, and some who are impatiently waiting for me now, I assure you. We're supposed to play Among Us, which is lots of fun. I enjoy it. It's kind of fun to hang out with them because I really haven't been able to be around my grandchildren, that kind of stuff. We've been out and about, like we're in another part of the world. So cherish those things, right? Feel that, especially this time of year and the holidays and such. You know, cherish what you got. Cherish those you love. If you haven't said a kind word, told them you loved them, tell them today. Call an old friend up, say, I love you, man. I hope you're doing well. I mean, we don't have to talk much. I know you're probably busy. I just wanted to tell you that. Maybe you need to call your mama, right? Maybe you need to call mom and say, Mom, I love you. I hope you're doing all right. What are you watching? What are you eating? What are you doing? What's on your mind? What are you thinking about? Right? I mean, those gestures are sowing dharmic seeds. Everybody knows about karma this, karma that. Well, that's next life, honey. Or that's your last life and the effect it's having on this life, right? Those karmic lessons that go forward through all your different life experiences, and you didn't get the lesson last time, so guess what? You get to do it again. So the dharma is those things that you sow now. For example, if you're kind to someone, dharmic seed of kindness, love. If you help someone out, say, every once in a while I'll buy an extra bag. They have bags at the grocery pre-made for the food bank. And you can just throw down 10, $15. So he buys the bag and they put it in the batch and he gives it to somebody. You know, that's a dharmic seed. I'm not doing it for the dharma either. Okay, because if you're doing it for that, but it's all right to acknowledge that was a good thing, you know, and maybe it's been all about you and you're just worried about what you get and what you're receiving. Maybe you need to change that energy and just say, what can I give for you? Can I make your bed? Can I clean your house? Can I buy you a drink? Right? You need some water? Maybe buy a thoughtful card or send them an email card. That's so nice on the internet. Not a lot of people can go around places these days because of the vid and different circumstances. So you can do e-cards and stuff like that. Little things. Parking spot you're about to pull into, yet you notice someone else that is there at the same time, and you just back off. You let them have it. Just wave out, "Hey, go ahead." You take a different one. Someone waiting to cross the street, someone waiting to pull into traffic. A lot of people just they nose them right out. No, just give them away. Make sure there's no one behind you, or you're not going to get in a wreck. Let them in. Put your shopping cart away. For the love of God, put your shopping cart away. Serious. There's two types of people in this world I've found. I hope you laugh at this. It's meant to be humorous. But there's one type of people that get their groceries, take it out to their car, and they just leave their cart right there and they drive away. And there's no thought. I guess they feel entitled. Listen, I spent money, good money at this grocery store. I don't work here. I shouldn't have to put the carts away. And that's a completely justified, you know, way of thinking about it. Or you can think that, wow, put your card away. You just blessed the lot attendant. They don't have to go chest. That you just made their day that much better, right? You just blessed someone. They may never see it as a blessing, but you did. You blessed the store. You're eating out, or maybe yeah, you leave a little tip. Oh, I always tip. Even if I don't got the money. If I don't have the money, I'm not going to be eating out anyway. But if I'm eating out, then whatever the change is, I tip 15, 20, 30, 40, 50% sometimes. Why? Because it's crazy. And I just like to see the look on their face. Sometimes, they're just blown away, that can be if you can afford to do it, do it. Because if you're willing to let go of what's in your hand or in your heart, then it leaves room and space for you to receive. It's written, you're more blessed to give than to receive. You cannot outgive the universe. And maybe that's what you need to hear right now, that I just need to do something for somebody. Because you would really love it if someone would do something for you. Why isn't anybody doing anything for me? So give, and it will be given back unto you. Pressed down, that means squeezed together so more will fit, and more, so much that it just flows over, and all of a sudden you have an overabundance of blessings, all because you decided to be kind. You decided to give a kind word. You decided to open the door for someone. You decided to say thank you when normally maybe you just haven't been saying thank you. It can be that simple. We get busy, we get distracted. One of the things I appreciate out of the Japanese culture, I don't mean to leave any other cultures out as far as Asian and such, is that they're very thankful. They're very intentional, very mindful of what they're doing and how they are doing it. You can leave your purse in the subway with money in it in Japan, and it'll be there when you get back. Nobody will touch that purse, because they value, right, the energy behind what's going down. No, it's not like there's a bad Japanese people. I'm not thinking that, but I just love the mindfulness of the culture. When they have tea, they heat their tea up. They have it in a beautiful presentation. they have their napkin, and everything is just right, and their motion, that they do is intentional, and everything they do, it's a mindful event, to have tea, and it just brings so much more beauty to the moment. So, wow, I'm feeling that. I'm getting a lot of angel bumps on that. Pay attention to this moment, not just this moment, but this moment and this moment and the next one. Right? Because that's really all we truly have is the moment that you're in. And just find that peace in the moment. Pay attention to the moment, being mindful. If you're driving, enjoy it. Look ahead and look behind. Pay attention to your mirrors, but pay attention to the scenery as you're going by, the animals you see, the other drivers. What are they doing? Are they picking their nose or singing? Right? You can. I'm a people watcher. I love watching people, and you get so much more out of the day. Hi, Kat.
Hello, great show. And thank you for everyone for watching through the Val TV. Now, could you please give our viewers your links to, if they want a private reading, if they don't want it public, to your website and Facebook, and we'll get those links put up for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's right over in the comments. So if you would like a private reading, just be sure to contact me, and you can go to my Facebook, schedule it. There's all different stuff. I do past life regressions, life between life regressions. I can do hypnotherapy right over the computer too, as long as you have a comfortable place to sit. I can see you. The whole session is recorded. You'll get a copy of the recording when it's done. I do the card readings, the oracle cards, tarot cards. We do the pendulum, yes or no. I have 5-minute readings I do for $15. And that can include pendulum and cards. It's going to be as much as I can fit into 5 to 7 minutes for $15. Tony, the Global Healer's links there. She does mediumship, very powerful healer, medium, reader. You don't even have to ask her. In fact, don't ask her any questions when you contact. Let her just give you a reading. She'll tell you what your questions were going to be. She'll answer them before you even ask them. Beautiful gift. We also do impartations, Kat, which is attunements. So if you want your third eye to expand, if you want your dreams to expand, we'll have sessions. I have sessions for that. My goodness, you want to meet your angels? We can do a hypnotherapy session on meeting your angels, guides, all kinds of. We do NLP. Just do the NLP that I talked about, the EFT. Excuse me, emotional freedom tapping. I can do that. And that'll just clear your field right away, right? Anyway,
you're a shaman,
what's it?
You're a shaman.
Yes, I have Miss Shofar. Let me end the show with a shofar blast. How's that?
Okay.
So if you have headphones, you might want to get them on. I seem to be all entangled. Give me one moment.
Okay. Let's finish the show.
So we're going to conclude the show with a shofar blast. It's called a Grand Yemenite. Lots of people have been healed by this, by the sound from this. And so put your headphones on. I'm going to give it like 3 blasts. And I hope it blesses you, okay? And really receive. Say, this is for me. And I receive all the good out of it that there is. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Shalom.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for watching Through the Veil TV with Patrick Sozo. And we will be back soon with another show.
I'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah, for sure.
Through the Veil TV. Thank you for watching today. You can find information on our psychics on our Facebook page. Please leave them a review on their pages. Hope to see you again soon.